Hello, good morning, friends. As I had told you all that very soon I am going to do all the GS section of PCS mains, as there is a long enough time in prelims, and as well as we will get enough sufficient time to cover main syllabus also. So before discussing the main plan, first I am going to give a demo how I have planned to cover the syllabus, entire syllabus here. This is just a glimpse, as I am not that much prepared technically, and in other ways I am not that sound. But where there is will, there is a way. So I hope I will be very soon be able to manage whatever the technical skills are needed to enhance my quality of video. So please stick to the content and understanding rather than how it looks, how beautiful or ugly it is visible to you. Rather focus what concepts and things I am going to tell you, how I am going to support you in your daily studies. The thing that I want to stress is that if you stay connected to this channel, you will be able to maintain your continuity for daily, as I am going to post daily videos. And if you guys come in sufficient number, then we will have also live classes can also go on this channel. But let's first understand how much efficient I am to let you do cover your syllabus. I would also like to tell you that there is no lack of videos on different subjects on YouTube, right? You can go and check of all the GS syllabus. There is so many content, but the problem that I faced was that um, when I am preparing something, I need the class environment. Psychologically, this is very important to have a class where peers who are going to appear in exam of yours, if they are with you and you are going to daily attend that class, and all of you are in same group, so it becomes easier and motivational factor to do studies, right? Doing a study in isolated manner, watching this video today, that video to next day, this doesn't brings a continuity and discipline. Okay, so my effort is only that here we could try to build up our discipline and continuity, and at the same time I would also like to give you best content possible and explain the concepts that you are not being to able to learn and comprehend easily, and that too in very less time and a very effective manner. That would be my focus. Okay, so here I am going to start with the UPPCS GS1's main syllabus. uh, my plan is to first discuss the syllabus, whatever topic we are going to cover, what is given in mains, what is syllabus given in prelims. After syllabus discussion of that topic, I will discuss the PYQs, so in sufficient number PYQs from coming from that subject in UPPCS, even in prelims and mains both. Okay, after syllabus discussion I will start my class. I will give you schedule, which class, which topic will be done at which day. Okay, so I am posting this video just to give you a demo that how I have planned to cover the syllabus. Stay confident that your syllabus will be completed in timely manner, in very effective way, and in very fast. Sorry for this notification. I have this new notification. As I told you, I am not that much skilled in this editing stuff. I will learn it very soon. So let's start with that thing only. Okay, so let's discuss the syllabus of UPPCS mains. So what is given in syllabus of UPPCS? First, if we talk about history part, history of India culture will cover the salient aspects of the art forms, literature, and architecture from ancient to modern time. Basically, what this is telling you that in this part, in this paper, in the section of culture from ancient India to modern India, especially focusing upon literature and architecture and different art forms like dance, music, all of this will be covered. Okay, you can get better clarity when you will see the questions that I have put here in the section of PYQs. Okay, so let's move to next part of the syllabus, that is modern Indian history from AD 1757 to AD 1947, significant events, personalities and issues. What does it mean? Means it is asking about modern history of India, and in modern history of India basically it will focus upon 1757 to 1947 events, and into that section what had been major events like non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, partition of Bengal, 1857 revolt. All of these major significant events will be covered. Questions will come on those issues, and all those important freedom fighters, those major very important personalities who had been a key, who had played a key role in freedom struggle of India. Questions will be based upon them. Okay, so this is the meaning of this syllabus. Next part is freedom struggle, its various stages and important contributions from different parts of country. So in short, the same part that we call freedom struggle, 1857 to 1947. So here it is basically from 1857 to 1947, right? And this part is focusing only upon freedom struggle. But the questions will not come separately syllabus by syllabus, na? If you see GS1 paper, you will get to see that syllabus questions are coming in a holistic manner from culture, from modern history, and all that. So you just need to understand what is the syllabus. That's enough. Also, there is mention of post-independence consolidation and reorganization within the country. That means what were the situation of our country when it got independence from British, and how does the work of reconstruction of the country was taken up, how we built various institutions, how we gone through for employment and poverty alleviation, giving houses to those needy people who had came from partition from Pakistan, after partition from Pakistan, and how our economy was boomed. First we interventions in agriculture, then into industry. So all of these will be discussed into post-independent questions, but post-independence questions come in very less number. You all will see. Yes, there is a sufficient part of world history syllabus also. History of world will include events from 18th century to middle of 20th century, such as French Revolution of 1785, Industrial Revolution, World Wars, a withdrawal of national boundaries, socialism, Nazism, fascism. These are all parts of World War and their forms and effects on the society. So basically, world history, don't think that entire world history book that thick one you have to cover. No, you have to, for UPPCS you have to cover very important events like World War, like Industrial Revolution, like French Revolution, all the major events that you would have, I think, studied in your NCERT books. If you go to world history NCERT book, you can see them. Okay, here it is a syllabus of Indian society. I am not going to discuss this right now because my plan is to cover everything in 3 stages. First syllabus discussion, then PYQ discussion, and then studying through lectures. Okay, so we will go to society when we come to society part. Now time to discuss the PYQ questions of mains. As you, I hope you guys know that before 2018 in UPPCS mains there were not descriptive question and answers. The mains PCS questions were in MCQ format, right? So this lengthwise question in descriptive way started coming only from 2018 onwards. So here whatever mains questions are given to you that are from 2018. So let's see what had been coming in history and culture section of modern matlab, what questions are coming in history and culture section in exam of UPPCS mains in last previous years from 2018. Okay, so let's see. In 2018, the question from modern India was role of Vallabhbhai Patel in princely state integration. I hope many of you know that Vallabhbhai Patel played a very key role in reorganization of India after independence, as he was the first Home Minister of India, and challenges to keep India united and in different kind of voices and in picture of partition. That was very difficult task. So being Home Minister, and he took many measures that after study you will be very able to understand what was his role into that action. So yes, this was the question: what role Vallabhbhai Patel had played into reorganization of our country after partition or after independence. MK Gandhi's represent middle path approach. Explain. So here it is asking about Mahatma Gandhi, that whatever was his political style of working, that could be termed as a middle path, not a extremist path. So yes, basically he was in non-violent. He was practicing non-violence and satyagrah. So all of this is not a extreme path, right? So after discussion, after study, you can answer this question very well. Next question: spine of Indian economy was injured in British rule. History in British rule. Explain. So basically it is asking effect of economic effect of the British rule, right? So this too is a very direct question. If you study impact of British rule on India, modern history book, any book, especially Spectrum or any other, you will get to answer it easily. The main thing in answering will be when it comes to so many questions. As you know, 20 questions come in exam and you have limited time. So at that time it is very important that you cover the required speed, word per minute, and have a legible and beautiful handwriting, and there is a command on your language skill, and you have sufficient rich content which looks better than others, right? So that is the main challenge, and that will come only through practice. So watching the videos, watching classes, reading books, only that is not going to suffice. For clearing mains of PCS or IS, you need a lot of practice. uh, I must tell you that here on our group, I do have plan of mains writing also, but how it will unfold, how it will go, that depends upon what community I am going to have with you guys. So let's see. I have intention of doing as maximum as I can, right? So that's the main thing. Okay, let's see next question. Revolt of 1857 was turning point in Indian history. Explain or analyze. So revolt of 1857 was a turning point in Indian history. How can we say this? This question is about this. So if you read Indian history and 1857 revolt, you will understand this. It was a turning point in a very big way, because there were law reforms, there were policy changes, and rule of India was transferred from East India Company to Queen Victoria. So all of that, I mean, in British Crown rule. So that is the main thing. Okay. Next, describe the role of Buddhist literature in the creation of world peace. Here it is claiming how do this literature could be given credit for world peace. So when you go through this part, this literature, what was given into that, you will be able to understand that. Discuss the role of Hitler in bringing Second World War. So can we say that Second World War was due to reasons of Hitler? How much is this true or right or wrong? Explain. Matlab, you have to critically analyze this statement, right? Next question. Critically examine the effects of British Industrial Revolution on India's economic life. So it is asking what was the impact of British rule on India's, sorry, what was the impact of British Industrial Revolution on India's economic life? So it is asking that industrial, as we many of us know that Industrial Revolution first occurred in England, and England was at that time was um, ruling over India. So does this Industrial Revolution of England had any connection with Imperial India? So it is asking a linkage between both of two. So it is very common question. If you read the topic, you will be able to connect these dots. Okay. Examine the role of Quit India movement in the freedom movement of India. So here it is asking to put a light on the Quit India movement and what was its significance, who were the main leaders, what was the methodology. That's all the question, right? Describe the main features of Vedic education system and review its significance in present. So this question is basically based upon Vedic education system, what was its role at that time, how good or bad it was at for that time, and how it could play a good role in present scenario. So relevance, it is asking, does that kind of Vedic education has relevance in present time also? Describe the efforts made for world peace after Second World War on a global level. So, as many of us know that World War One and World War Two had happened, and United Nations is the result of Second World War. So, this question is covering that part only. That what were the major efforts had been taken for maintaining global peace after Second World War, right? Next question. Write a note on the town planning of Harappan civilization period. This is very direct question. I mean, what could be easier than this to comment upon the architectural and civilizational planning of Indus Valley civilization? So very direct question. Next question is discuss the expansion of British rule in India during Governor Generalship of Lord Wellesley. So it is asking a particular time frame question and based upon a particular personality, Wellesley. So it is just trying to get your understanding how much you know that what role Wellesley had played in expanding British rule in India, what was the scenario of that time, what were the major events of that time. So basically, if you know that part of the syllabus, you have studied it well, you can cover it very nicely. Who were the Jacobins? What was their role in the French Revolution? So, if you have any of you had read French Revolution, you easily would be knowing that Jacobin Club was established there and they had a major role into the French Revolution. So it is just about that. Write a critical note on the French. Write a critical note on the foreign policy of Mussolini, the leader of fascism in Italy. So, fascism is a kind of ideology where you know that the ruler is very ruthless and he doesn't allow anyone to. It is a similar kind of dictatorship, but it has some different components also. So, fascism was found in during Second World War time in country of during time of Second World War. There were fascism in Germany, fascism in Italy, and fascist ruler in Germany was Hitler, and fascist ruler in Italy was Mussolini. So, if you read this, I had told you that major events and major things will be asked. So, this is a major event of the world history. How did Mussolini expanded his rule? How did he maintained his rule over Italy and made an impact? What were the relations between Mussolini and Hitler? So this is a very clear topic, and you can easily answer if you go through that part of syllabus. Describe the geographical features of India mentioned in the Vedic literature. So, according to Vedic literature, what were the geographical features of India of that time? This question is asking about that part. Discuss the scientific aspects of the Indian culture heritage. Indian cultural heritage. So it is asking about what scientific achievements we had in our past during Vedic period. So this is about that. Okay. Sorry, I missed. I think the 22, 23, 24 questions are also there of UPPCS. But I left it to insert into this PDF. But I will cover it when I take my classes. I will cover them also. Okay. So basically, this was just to discuss syllabus and PYQ of PCS mains. That what is the syllabus, what questions are coming, and how could we go proceed ahead. So this was a basic plan. I do have the UPSC mains questions also on these topics. As you can see, these questions are little bit analytical and not that direct as been of UPPCS. So answering them will require a little more. Here it is that I got it. Here it is the remaining PCS questions, though it is a little fade. So try to manage, please. Throw light on the development of science and technology during the Gupta period. Once again, a culture question. It is of UPPCS only. Okay, 2021. So it is asking about what were the scientific achievement during the Gupta period. Next, the Industrial Revolution was not only a technological but also a socio-economic revolution that changed the way people live. Comment. So it is asking you to comment on the Industrial Revolution and how it had made changes in the life of people of that time. What were the impact of that Industrial Revolution on the people of that period? Okay. Next question. How did the Indian Renaissance movement of 19th century help in the development of India? Describe. So basically, it is about based upon 19th century reform movements taken up by people like Raja Ram Mohan Rai and other Ishwachand Vidyasagar. So what was this Indian Renaissance movement that we call it socio-religious reforms in India of 19th century, and what were the impact of these events? So this is the question about that thing only. Okay. Next, what do you understand about the Balkan crisis? What was its role in the First World War? So Balkan is a region in Europe. Many of you would be knowing. And what was Balkan issue is that Balkanization is termed to as division of any country and politics. So it is related to that part. And I had told you that World Wars will be a major part of the syllabus, world history. So it is based upon that only. Next is describe the salient features of Mauryan art and architecture. So very direct question. Mauryan art and architecture is being asked here in 2022. These all are UPPCS questions only. Okay. In 2022 modern history, illustrate the contribution of Bal Gangadhar Tilak in the struggle for freedom of press. So basically, press was under stress from 1880 to 1910, all these periods. So during that time frame, Tilak was one of the major revolutionary movement leaders who was trying to protect the freedom of press. So what steps he had taken, what actions, what contributions he had made in freedom of press, this question is related to that part only. Throw light on the revolutionary philosophy formulated by Bhagat Singh. So we all know Bhagat Singh was a revolutionary and he had his own kind of philosophy. So what was his own politically charged philosophy of revolution that was different from Gandhiji? So it is asking what you know about his revolutionary ideas. Okay, so based upon a personality. Why is Gupta period considered as golden age of ancient Indian history? So it is asking about Gupta period, why it is considered golden part of Indian history. So there are reasons, because a lot of development in cultural field had taken place during that time. So that's why it is called. And also there were economic prosperity as well. So that's why it is called golden period of Indian history. Explain the points of ancient Indian knowledge on the basis of which India was described as Vishwaguru. So we often hear this word in present context also, that India is a Vishwaguru country, India is going to become Vishwaguru again. So this question is directly dealing with that part, why we were considered as Vishwaguru, why this idea of Vishwaguru is there attached to India. So what is the reason? Okay. Give an account of Vedic literature. Vedic literature, how many Vedic literature do you know? What is the content into them? That's the basic knowledge about what you know about Vedic literature. But having basic knowledge does not mean you will write the answer in a very casual way. You will have to write your answer in a beautiful manner. That we will see later after the class. Must first understand what the question is asking, what kind of demand is being taken up. Describe, next question, describe the architectural features of temples of Nagar style. So basically this is asking what is the architectural feature of Nagar style temples. You know, Nagar or Vesara, these are two temple styles, and when you will cover them you will be able to identify what are the features. Write a note on the contribution of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan in the modern education. So what was the contribution of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan in terms of modern education? This question is related to that. Discuss the role of Sardar Patel in the unification of India after independence. Similar question was asked before also. Unification of India and role of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So you can answer it very well. It is a post-independence question. Underline ideological dimensions of uprising of 1857. Ideological dimensions. Next, evaluate the role of Bismarck in the unification of Germany. Bismarck, if you go to the contemporary history around the World War, before World War I, so there was a big leader in Germany whose name was Bismarck, and he was a very smart politician. Very smartly he managed and saved his country. So this is asking about that part only. What were his political achievements? Introduce the literary sources for the study of ancient Indian history. So it is asking what are the sources of literature that give us knowledge about ancient Indian history part. So literature is being asked here. Give an account of the challenges faced by India immediately after independence. So very direct question. What were the challenges in front of India after independence? You all know that independence came with partition, and partition means people moved at such a big scale, and shelter, food and all that. But not only partition, there were issues like poverty and lack of employment. Industrial growth was not there, so everything was challenge. We could point a lot of things. Napoleon was the son of revolution. So this question is especially about Napoleon, and in the major events of world history comes also your French Revolution, and Napoleon is just contemporary to French Revolution. Describe the main objectives of Indian culture. Main characteristics of Indian culture. Describe the main characteristics of Indian culture. We often hear that it is not part of Indian culture, this is Indian culture, that is Indian culture. So what is the main characteristic of Indian culture? What values does it hold? What concepts are main in terms of Indian culture? This is the question. The French Revolution was a result of Enlightenment period. Comment. So it is asking what was the relationship between French Revolution and enlightenment of Europe. Renaissance movement was started first in Europe. So it is asking a question, a relationship between those two. Outline the development of revolutionary movement in Bengal. So it is just Indian history, where it is asking what were the revolutionary movement that were going on in Bengal. What are the main features of Sangam period culture? So Sangam period, Sangam culture, that was existent in southern India before 2000 BC. It is called Sangam literature because Sangam literatures were written there, and contemporary time frame is called Sangam period. So covering this part you will be able to know. So this was all about the PYQs of UPPCS mains regarding part of art and culture and history. So I discussed all of this. I know PDF is not looking good, but I hope as you guys keep on coming, visiting, and keep motivating me, so I will be able to put more effort and will learn these skills of editing and all that. Maybe if I would be economical sounder, I will take help of someone else also. So that will we will see. But for present now, I want you guys to come in big way, big number. Please share this to your friends also who are preparing in English medium for dedicated UPPCS studies, and even those who are preparing for UPSC also, because similar of UPSC and UPPCS is very same. So it is matter of only there is optional paper, and here it is 5 and 6 UP general knowledge and general study questions. So that is the difference, and yes, there is a little different in level of questions in UPPCS and UPSC. So but you can see that syllabus is similar is very similar. So when you will be discussing on and the main topics, they will be discussed in same fashion. It will be only the difference at the level of content, at the level of depth, at the level of dimensions to be covered. But all the part of syllabus of GS 1 2 3 4, that is in UPSC and that is in UPPC, they are very common. So even those who are preparing for UPSC also, who are trying to get a regular study for UPPCS, and even those people who are going for BPSC exam in English medium, all of their syllabus will be covered here in a very easy way, because I have planned that whatever I will not make those PPT style, because those style of teachings already had been taken up. My plan is that I will simply write everything on this paper by pen, using pen, right? Then I will discuss them here with you all, and after that I will post that PDF in Telegram group. Okay, I will give you link of Telegram, so please join there. Whatever I will discuss here, that PDF I will discuss in share into Telegram group. So there is many more going to come out. You guys come, engage. It will be fun, and at the same time very resourceful. Why do I praise myself? I hope you guys will ultimately understand by yourself. It's upon you. Okay, so thanks for watching, giving your time. Next time I will come very soon with another video. Hope you guys put your comments and whatever queries you have into comment section, and like, subscribe, and please share to your friends. Thank you very much for today. Jai Hind.